Hey there everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Pubo-Rama, and in today's video, I'll be breaking into the weekly deals and discounts in Grand Theft Auto Online. As always, we're going to be starting off with the two freebies. We have the Podium Wheel Spin vehicle being the Frankenstrange. Honestly, super cool looking vehicle. I'm not the biggest fan of it myself, because I don't know, I just don't really drive hot rods. Not my style, but definitely somebody's style, and for the fact that it's free and it's Halloween themed, hey, why not, right? We also have the Taipan on the LS Car Meet this week. To get it, it's a bit painful. Rockstar knows that a $2 million car isn't going to be the easiest thing to earn. So, yeah, you have to win 5 days in a row. Oh boy, win 5 days in a row. Little painful, and it's definitely going to take a lot more effort than your average car in the LS Car Meet, especially because the Taipan isn't the fastest supercar, nor does it have the best handling, nor is it the best looking supercar. It's honestly not even worth it in my opinion for the 5 days. I mean, yes, it is worth it. If you have the time and you're a good enough racer, I think you can quite easily get it with 1 or 2 races a day. But for the average person, if you're not the best racer, I would just suggest to forget about this car, because that's going to be a lot more effort than it's probably worth. Now we're going to make our way over to the discounts, starting off with the BF Weevil. This is honestly a pretty good discount because the BF Weevil Custom is currently available on the Benny's upgrade. Not only is it one of the fastest muscle cars in the game, going upwards of 135 miles per hour, but it's just a really sick vehicle. So if you're going to buy the Weevil, I would just suggest to upgrade it to the Benny's variant, which is going to be an additional $980,000. I think it's worth it, but that's obviously up to you to decide. Up next, we have the Severus. Now, you can get any variant of the Severus this week on sale, and quite a bit off. I think it's like $700,000 off. Severus is a pretty cool vehicle. I mean, personally, I don't see much of a use for it, because, I mean, it's quite large. Its flamethrower is pretty mid, if I'm going to be real. I mean, it does some okay damage and stuff, but it's not like you're getting from point A to point B very fast with the Severus. It's not even the best at ramming compared to some of the other ramming vehicles in the game. It's just a really unique vehicle. That's the best I'll say. If you've been waiting to get your hands on it, this is definitely the time to get it. But as you can see, yeah, the flamethrower is not the best of weapons in general, so yeah, to me, I don't really see the Severus being that good of a deal, because I'm still probably not going to buy it. But hey, if you want it, it is on sale this week. This week, we have the Vision on sale, which is an absolutely fantastic supercar. Not only does the Vision look absolutely amazing in my personal opinion, but as well, it's got some really good top speed and handling factoring going for it as well. I remember when this car came out, and it absolutely dominated the racing scene in GTA. And while it's definitely not the best car anymore when it comes to Supers class, it's still a really good car, and I'll definitely be picking it up myself this week, as, hey, it's on sale, it's a supercar, and when it comes to my Broke to Billions account, I definitely try to manage my money when supercars come on sale. That's really when I try shilling out on these vehicles, so really good deal, I personally believe, for the Vision. Next up, we have the Penetrator, another vehicle I will probably be picking up this week. The Ocelot Penetrator is based off the Jaguar XJ220 in real life. This is a car I absolutely love. A fun fact about the Jaguar XJ220 is that in real life, it was the fastest car in the world, at least I think street legal car in the world, for a very short amount of time. And then the Bugatti came out. I don't remember what the Bugatti's called, but yeah. So a little bit of fun fact there when it comes to car history. Now, the car in GTA, it's a very fast supercar, honestly, for what it is, and it's not very expensive. I think it's only like $900,000. So it's going to be quite cheap with the discount this week. And yeah, I mean, if you like the look of this car, and it's a super, it's got pretty good handling after all, and it's got good top speed, then I'd suggest to pick it up, as I will be myself this week. I think that this one is a really, really good deal, everything considered. Okay, make our way back over to the parking lot, and next we have the Coil Raiden. I'm gonna be real, I wouldn't really suggest to buy this vehicle. I keep forgetting it exists until Rockstar makes it have some sort of sale. I mean, it's based off a Tesla, at least to what I would guess, but yeah, like, cool, yay, it's a car, it's not very fast, it doesn't have the most detailed interior, it's electric, so, I mean, if you want an electric vehicle that can go a buck 15, it's got 4 doors, then this is your car to go for. But I just don't really see a reason to buy this vehicle. Don't get me wrong, electric cars are cool in GTA and as well in real life. The problem is they just still don't have good enough handling, or I would say braking, that they're really comparable, especially in the sports class for the Raiden here. It really just doesn't stand a chance compared to some of the other sports vehicles. I mean, buy a Shafter V12 and you'll do just everything that vehicle can do, but better, and with a fraction of the price. Next up, we have a car that I actually really like the look of, which is the Declasse Impaler. This thing looks amazing. I actually really like the look of it, and you can get it without the Arena War variant, just as a normal muscle car, which is honestly pretty dang sick, because one of the things I don't like about the Arena War variant vehicles is that they have terrible handling, like absolutely trash. You don't have to worry about that problem with this vehicle if you just buy the normal stock variant. It's got decent handling because obviously it's not Arena, and I just think it looks really nice. I mean, you guys can let me know in the comments what you think about it, but it's definitely based off like a Chevy SS variant. But look at that, really good at wheeling as well. So yeah, I'm probably gonna pick this up as well. There's actually a lot of really good deals this week, especially on cars that you wouldn't expect for the Halloween-centered week. But yeah, overall, I'm actually pretty happy with this vehicle, although I guess when it's a bit rainy out, maybe not the best vehicle to drive. Okay, making our way down to the final few, we have the vehicle. I think this is the Lurcher. I always forget the name of this one. The Lurcher is, once again, a Halloween-themed vehicle. I got my little Frankenstein in the back. The Lurcher is a cool hearse. I mean, its handling is awful. It's a muscle car. It's not very fast. I'm not even going to bother to drive it. Basically, if you want my opinion on the Lurcher, is that if you like the look of this vehicle and you've been waiting for it to go on sale, pick it up. But for the most part, it's a Halloween-themed car, and you're probably only going to drive it for like this week, and then you'll forget about it, and it'll be collecting dust. So personally, I'm not going to be picking it up. It's a cool-looking vehicle, don't get me wrong, just not my cup of tea. Up next, we have the Obey I-Wagon, an electric SUV. This one is, well, it's kind of like the Raiden, except a bit weirder in its appearance. I actually think this car is nicer than the Raiden. First of all, its interior is well, it's a bit better in my opinion, but overall interior is still pretty lame. But it's more of an SUV, and it's got better handling than the Raiden, which is honestly weird. I still wouldn't suggest to pick this up, as I just talked about. Electric cars in general aren't really good deals. Their handling aren't the best, and acceleration is really the only trope they have going for them. So I wouldn't personally suggest to buy any electric cars apart from like maybe the Tesseract, because that's a pretty good deal. But yeah, the I-Wagon, nah, I just wouldn't suggest to get it. And with the I-Wagon aside, we have one final vehicle being, I think it's called the Sanctus, LCC Sanctus. Honestly, amazing looking motorcycle. Even with this being a Halloween themed vehicle, honestly doesn't really bother me even if it wasn't Halloween themed, or like if you're driving this not around Halloween, because who cares? Thing's got a freaking skull on the front. I mean, this just looks like any sick motorcycle you would drive around if you were in part of a motorcycle club or anything like that. So, yeah, the Sanctus is pretty sweet. You can see it's got some black smoke that pours out of the exhaust. Overall, really cool motorcycle. I would definitely suggest to pick this one up if you like motorcycles. Pretty sweet vehicle overall. Now, as well, we have a discount on the Arena this week in GTA. Honestly, I would suggest to pick up the Arena. It's a pretty decent deal if you were to ask me, because the Arena is pretty cheap alone to get. I think it's only like, what, $800,000 to pick up the Arena, so if you can get it on sale, not a bad deal at all. Hopefully, as always, you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But this is this week's deals and discounts in Grand Theft Auto Online. Nothing too crazy, but decent deals overall. I'm surprised Rockstar didn't actually have more Arena War vehicles on sale, judging that I really think the Arena War vehicles, especially like the Apocalypse and Nightmare variants, are pretty Halloween-oriented, but I guess that's just my take on it. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!